Yeah, well, here we are. It's been a while. Um, as you can see by the thumbnail of the video, I'm not real well prepared as far as having things written down real well for this video. It's certainly been a really long time since I've made anything at this point. So I'll try not to bore anyone with this, but this video has kind of just been piles of frustrations in the making in the last few years of trying to just create a business that is fun to do but isn't quite the headache, which all businesses can be a headache, but I wanted to kind of share some of the frustrations that I'm currently having, which I'm sure everyone in any kind of business has these same frustrations, but I'm really wanting to get some feedback if there are other people in the maker community or woodworking community, or however you want to categorize this, of having the same issues as we are. Currently, we still have our business. We're not closing down by any means, but we're still mostly hobbyists, so our shop is a lot of times for fun, but once in a while we get some smaller commission projects. But it has been quite the battle for that, and it's been getting quite frustrating trying to gather inspiration from other YouTubers online, and I'm sure all of you have probably clicked on the same videos that I have throughout the years of, how to make $1,000 a week doing woodworking, how to quit your day job and do woodworking, how to make $60,000 a month doing woodworking. And it's getting more and more now where I've just had it with it's so impractical in my mind and where I live, and where people want to spend their money right now. So I wanted to get feedback from you guys. Is this for real? Like, are you guys making decent money? I'm not looking to quit my day job. We both, my wife and I, we work in the oil and gas sector. We have another business. We do lawn and landscape in the summertime here in northern Michigan. And then we've tried to just kind of eat up some extra time that we may have in the wood shop, doing things for family, small commission jobs like I've said before. So, but I wanted to get feedback from people on who, if there's anyone that goes on Etsy, what do you make? How, I don't need to know the details on how much you make. I'm not looking to retire tomorrow by doing woodworking. But I swear just anything anymore is just strictly, obviously it's for clicks, it's for viewership. They make more money the more videos that are clicked on. I'm getting frustrated with the ones that I used to follow and get inspiration from now are doing videos of, you know who they are, but I bought a pallet of Harbor Freight crap and I'm gonna see what works. And then all of a sudden you try to contact them for a question and they want you to sign up for their maker class that cost $1,000. There's one that I contacted and he wanted to do a call and it was going to cost me $20, and it's just getting completely frustrating with I know from their point of view that they're out to make money, and that's completely fine. It's just these makers are starting to kind of lose grip in my mind of where they kind of started and how they got started. And there's people out there who just have, it's literally like a 2-line email, which I'm sure there's thousands of people that email these people all the time. So again, I don't need to be ramrodded from people where I don't really understand. I do understand, but it's kind of a multitude of frustrations getting built up with all of these people who claim that you can make all this money doing woodworking. And I've literally tried in the last couple of years to try to completely understand where does this happen? Does it happen? how does it happen? Which we all know woodworking can be, I make birdhouses, and then there's a guy who makes kitchen cabinets. We label woodworking as working with wood. Then there's makers, right? There's people that buy large lasers and just cut out the same thing day in and day out and sell them on Etsy. I'm not saying that that's not woodworking. It's just I think that there's different avenues that woodworking can go. So that's one of the frustrations out of many that I'm having. And I'm really not trying to bore anyone with this video. I'm just really trying to share my frustrations and share, is there people out there who are sharing the same frustrations, but also is there people out there who are absolutely thriving in this industry? And I really want to know, does it matter where you live? Does it matter what you make? Did you find one product that really just sold like crazy and everybody loved it, And one of the other problems that I have in this area is that I have gotten over the last couple of years literally hundreds of requests, which is good, but I would take the time to go over their project. What are they looking for? Do some rough sketches. I would sometimes show up to their home and figure out where they wanted this particular item. And then, of course, they fall off the planet. You never hear from them again. I've gotten some people who ask me for a quote. I spend all the time to design something, send them a quote, and they come back with basically rude comments about how in the hell am I supposed to how do I charge something like this for this product? But they want a walnut bar top with all the stuff and everything that goes with it, and it's like they just thought it was going to cost $200. Like it's grown so much out of frustration that it's to the point where we just kind of like backed off, and we've had some people just kind of start showing up to us. Those are the people that they kind of already know that they want to spend the money, and I'm totally I'm empathetic with the pricing. But in our area, walnuts $15 a board foot, for example, and you can't explain to some folks that it's not cheap. Everything is not cheap anymore. The equipment that we have, and when it comes to being out in the shop, I just love being out in the shop anyway. I hardly charge anything as far as shop rates. I'm okay with eating some of that. I just love being out here and I just want to help people out. But they about fall back in their chair because they feel like you're trying to screw them over. And I'm getting to the point where I don't want to say we've given up, but we've kind of removed ourselves from trying to market to where we kind of just take a step back and be like, let's get back down to our roots and go back out in the shop and do what we wanted to do in the very beginning and allow some folks to actually come to us. I've removed our website from that. I was getting absolutely no hits off of that. It was a lot of Facebook, which is totally fine, from local groups, but it was just impractical requests. I got just weird requests about making coat racks look like giraffes, and I have no problem telling these folks, hey, I'm sorry, this is not my realm. But it got to be frustrating because we would get people that would purposely want to get a hold of us and tell us just how we're never going to survive. We're charging prices like that, and I just wanted to. I know it's been a while, and I'm not even quite sure where exactly this channel is going. I think I've been pretty upfront with most of the people. I see there's, I don't even pay any attention to the subscribers that I have for this channel, but pretty upfront with, this is not I'm going to show you how to build a table anymore. And I'm not going to, there's too many videos out there that can showcase that. Way better than probably I can. I tried in the beginning and it was fun to do, but anyone who does YouTube and makes videos, this eats a lot of your time. And of course, this time of year is super busy. Holidays are coming and we've got a few small commission jobs we're working on. But I wanted to just get some feedback. If anyone wants to give feedback, I'm totally fine with it. Or just take this video and go, yeah, I experienced the same thing. This is not to rat dog any makers who are out there, and this isn't to rat dog any people or individuals who are trying to buy something from a maker or another woodworker. I'm just trying to understand, how does it work? Like, it's getting just frustrating, like I said, is to see all these YouTube videos and all these people about, it's the same guys and gals over and over. And then there's a thumbnail, and it's always, it's a woman in a scantily dressed manner. It's like, this has got to stop. This is so ridiculous that it's turned into just clicks, 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 and more clicks. And there's just absolutely no useful information out there. So I just wanted to make a video that just shows that I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the YouTubers in the beginning who, you know, were all like us probably in a small shop and are trying to get it started, and all of a sudden they're just too big for their britches. But I do know what business is like. As I said, we run our own lawn and landscape business in the summer. That is obviously at times very fulfilling, and it's very frustrating at the same time. I get a monumental amount of tire kickers, you could say, where I show up, give a quote, and they're here and gone. But sometimes when it comes to that, it's you running a business, but it's two different businesses, right? I mean, lawn and landscape business has its ups and downs, and it has its challenges, but woodworking has its ups and downs, and it has its different challenges. So one of the things that I wanted to jump back to was regarding folks who would get a hold of us, request a product, give us our thoughts. I started asking, what is your budget? It seemed like a very upfront question, and some customers kind of like, they didn't take offense to that, but you could tell they were just kind of like, what do you think, I can't afford it? And some of them would, it's okay that people don't really have an understanding of what wood costs and what it takes to take a rough piece of wood and make it into a product. But had someone, for example, you know, they called me and they said, I want a walnut live slab coffee table. They wanted it 28 inches long, you know, it was going to be 22, 23 inches wide, you know, it had some custom legs, metal ones that they were looking to buy. And I asked them, I said, what is your budget? And they were pretty good about it. And the lady said, well, you know, I'm hoping to only spend $300-400. And it's just, that was kind of, I don't want to say the nail in the coffin for us, but it was just kind of like, finally, I try to educate all the customers who call us, who get a hold of us, and tell them, I mean, that slab alone that she was looking at, called my supplier. I went inside, I looked, and it was, I couldn't find anything under $500 for just the slab. And we're talking, she wanted some black epoxy in it. You guys, of course, know all the work that would go into that. So I was not frustrated at the customer, but it was very eye-opening to, there is a lot of folks who just, it's completely, they're lost into what it takes to just do this. So I know it's been a while. I haven't put a video out there, and quite frankly, I just have been, just like anyone's excuse, we're just so busy with other things. We just got normal life. We got business to run. The business is finally done for the summer. We got hammered with snow. Christmas is coming. So this time of year, we always take the time to circle back out into the shop and just kind of figure out where we are and get our ducks in a row. But I just wanted to share this quick video. And again, share your thoughts. I don't need anybody to be rude on this channel. If you got rude comments, just keep it to yourself. I don't even have the time to deal with you. I'm not, again, like I said, rat dogging any customers who only have $100 to spend. Like it's okay. I completely understand. And I'm not rat dogging any maker or anyone who charges astronomical prices. I'm the first one that I own and operate a business who I completely understand pricing. So I don't need that either. But I really want to know from people out there who's making it, in words of you're not necessarily, paying your bills with your woodworking business, but what are you doing? What are you making? I'm just more interested in that. I'm not looking to steal ideas. I'm not looking to change the way that we run our business or anything like that. It could just be a matter of where we live. We're not far from a larger city, I guess you could say. I've really thought about, honestly, is really raising the prices. I got some insight from a fellow coworker of mine who said, you know what, maybe you make this stuff and you try to make a little bit out of it, but sometimes there's the people who want yard sale prices for handmade items, but then there are the people who you raise your prices kind of above the middle, I guess. Maybe I'm not explaining that very well. If you raise your prices high enough, there are those buyers who say, wow, I would really want this in my house or my kitchen or whatever you're making. So there are some items that I'm looking at possibly purchasing the wood myself and making and trying to sell, with no offense, to a higher clientele, trying to get that out there. I think I've touched on craft shows before on this channel. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I've touched a little bit on it. We've tried craft shows, and quite honestly, we did okay. Booth prices around here depends. I mean, it's been like $50, and then we'd make $100, $200 at the most. But if it wasn't for some of my family showing up and purchasing some of our items, we would probably be very bleak in the items that were sold. But anyway, I know for a lot of you, I know you're probably trying to understand kind of what this channel is and what it's all about. And sometimes I think it's just more of a vlog, more than just a doing. The shop really, as far as what we have, it hasn't changed much. I haven't really brought in any new equipment. I've changed some things around. But again, I'm not gonna, unless there's something that I feel is very insightful to the viewers that maybe I haven't seen elsewhere, I would probably include it in some video if I was to do it. But for the most part, I'm not one of these guys where I'm gonna make a video a week and put it out there. And YouTube is not my goal to make money. And if I had one subscriber, I'd still be doing the same thing I'm doing, and I'd make videos and put out there. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that's really great, but I'm not looking to have a YouTube plaque on my wall in the near future at all for viewership or sponsorships or anything like that. So I'm trying to be as real as possible with comments, with my frustrations, with questions that I have. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm seeing less and less of just real guys, real gals in their real shop with real questions and real problems. The internet, YouTube, Instagram, all of that is turning into just a bragging, it's non-existent, like that. It's like fake, I don't know how else to put it. And again, please don't take offense to this if you're one of those people. I'm not saying that this is any one person. But anyway, I appreciate anyone who watched this. And again, please feel free just to leave me a comments. You can send me a longer message if you'd like, and just let me know how you're doing and what you're doing and where you live. you know, and are you doing a lot of items inside of where you live? Are you shipping? Are you, you know, what? I'm just curious. It's really curious. I can't find this information elsewhere on the internet, other than guys who are saying I make, you know, $125,000 a month doing woodworking. That's not realistic to me. So I'm a real guy. I have a real job. I have a day job. I don't want to say a real job. So I just don't want to make anybody upset. But I have a day job. We have a business we're running, and of course we have our woodworking business. So, you know, that's about as real as it gets. So again, thanks everyone for watching, and please leave me a comment, message if you'd like. See you next time.